that set up. It's being a little finicky. Katie, are you able to record? I don't think this is going to save on my computer.
It's it shows you are recording on my screen.
And it won't let you do it? Okay, we'll just go with it and see what happens. No worries. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started. Real quick, my name is Bethany Kowitsky. I'm the Assistant Director of Study Abroad in the main Study Abroad office. And we've got Dr. Katie Magana, who is the Program Manager for engineering students in Latin America. I also advise for Latin America, hence why we're here. This is going to be pretty informal, so if you have any questions, you're welcome to put them in the chat, and Katie and I will respond to those, or you can wait to the end when we've got some free time and you can unmute yourself then. So just real quick, we have an agenda, so we're going to look at all the programs that we currently have listed, and then we'll talk about scholarships that are that you can apply for doing study abroad and doing study abroad in Latin America. Your next steps if you have chosen a program based on this presentation, and dates and deadlines. So the dates and deadlines will be for the upcoming terms. So if you're going in maybe like a couple years, those will be a little bit different, but kind of a good guideline of when we generally set our deadlines. So we have quite a few programs to get through, not as many as Asia or Europe, but it's still a good chunk. Each slide will have a QR code on it, and that QR code will actually take you directly to the program page on our website. So if you're listening and you say, oh, I really like this program, you can actually just scan it and go to the website and maybe save it to your bookmark so you can reference it a little bit later. And when we say Latin America, we are meaning anything. We're basically meaning the Americas. We only have one program that's technically outside of Latin America in this field, but we call it Latin America, so keep that in mind. Okay, so first and foremost, I'm going to let Katie take it away with engineering in Buenos Aires.
So we have Engineering in Buenos Aires, and this is sponsored through CEA. There's a couple of different options for housing, either apartment or homestay. It is a summer program, and the cost estimation is $8,000 to $11,000. So this would be classes in Argentina.
Yeah, and this one is restricted to college engineering students. It's just the way that it's built. Here's some more information about it. So you'd be studying at the local university there, so you will have some opportunity for immersion. It's in a very trendy area of Buenos Aires called Puerto Madero, which I guess is like a up-and-coming art scene and kind of a cool vibe. There will be computer labs and libraries, athletic activities. You'll have access to the campus. Keep in mind, while it's our summer, it's not necessarily their summer, but they have some excursions included. You get to go to Uruguay, which is cool, Iguazu Falls, Tigre River, and then you'll go see a local polo match, which apparently is quite big in this area. The next one is one of my favorites. This is in the same city and same country, but it is for all students. So this one is the University of Belgrano in Argentina. This is a wide range of terms, so you could go for the fall, spring, or summer, and the summer has broken up terms as well. So there's summer 1, summer 2, all that good stuff. They really have a lot of offerings of Spanish language. So that's good if you're looking to get your Spanish language and you don't want to go to Europe. They also have some classes in anthropology and economics. You have two options for housing with this program. You can either do a homestay where you live with a local family or a residence hall. The cost estimation, something I forgot to mention, these are going to be based on you. So if you feel like you're a high spender, then that latter number might be for you. But if you feel like you can budget a little bit more, the former is for you. The budgets are on the program pages. So if you want to go and look at that budget more intensively, you can go and do that. And this one's you just need a 2.5 for the semester. For the summer, they have a really unique option where you can actually get 12 hours of Spanish in one summer. That would normally take students 4 semesters here on campus. So that's a really attractive experience and super immersive. You're actually going to learn the language. And it's cheaper than going to I would say a traditional location like Western Europe, because generally Argentina tends to be cheaper. If you are needing upper level Spanish, you can still get that done there. Regardless of your Spanish language level, you can take 6 hours in the summer. Lots of excursions included in this one. So Dia de Campo is what's pictured here, and it's like a local Argentine farm. And they cook you like Argentine barbecue, and you do like an Argentine dance class. It's like this really fun excursion with a local farm. If you look up Dia de Campo, it's really cool. They take you to the Tica River, which is a local river very popular in the area. They do a Argentine tango class. Feria de Matadores, which is the festival of matadors, really. And we are matadors, so perfect. And then you're going to go to the Museum of Evita Peron, who is I believe she was the president of Argentina. Don't quote me on that. And then a yerba mate workshop as well. Those are really just what we have right now for excursions. They're probably going to add a little bit more. Hospital medicine in Latin America. So this one is in oh, it doesn't say where it is. I'm so sorry. This is also in Argentina. So this is a shadowing program. So this is only in the summer, and it is only for pre-professional health students. So students that are wanting to do or apply for a professional school after they finish at Tech. And it's a homestay. You live with a local family. The cost estimation is $7,000 to $9,000. For this program, you do have to have at least beginner 2 Spanish. So for Texas Tech terms, that means you have completed at least 1502 or 1507. So really just taking that beginner level. Big caveat on this program. There's no academic credit tied to it. So that really means you're not going to be able to use financial aid or scholarships with this one because you're not going to be earning credit. Some students that do these programs take an online class when they get back, and that way you can get your 6 hours for the summer, but it's not necessarily tied to this. So some of the study abroad scholarships that we're going to talk about a little bit later might not work for this type of program, but this is a really unique one. They have some different options for shadowing and placement. So they have a big pediatric primary care hospital, and so you could go there and you'll rotate. You won't just stay at one place. They also have an urban health clinic. So you'll actually go to this clinic, and it's like a clinic in the big city of Buenos Aires. I'm not going to pronounce, I think it's Polytrauma Hospital. So looking at traumas, tertiary care, and then the city emergency hospital. Lots of inclusions on this one as well. Maybe a little less than the other programs. They don't really have any excursions, but you do have a full-time on-site staff, airport pickup, and 2 meals a day at your host family. Next, we're going all the way up to Sila Belize. So Sila is an affiliate company we work with. They offer a summer or an intersession program. And when I say intersession, I mean the term between fall and spring. So usually it's right after Christmas, December 27th or so, up until the start of the spring school year. Kind of more opportunities for this one than the last one we looked at, but it does kind of have a pre-health vibe to it. So They do some nursing and some global health, but they also have large animal vet practices. So if you're an animal science student or College of Ag, this might be something that could interest you because you're looking at the large animal practices. It is in dorm style, but it's really a traveling program, so you're really not in the same dorm the entire time. You might be in one part of Belize for 2 days, and then you go to another part for the latter half of the program. So, and then for the cost, you can see it's 4 to 6 for the intersession and 4 to 8 for the summer. And you do have to have a 2.5 GPA with this one. There's lots of hands-on experience with this program, so they do look at the barrier reef structure and the coral ecosystems. There's also nurse sharks and green turtles. If you're familiar with the Blue Hole, that's in Belize. So the barrier reef structure, you'll actually go out there and look at that from an ecology perspective. And then if you're doing the large animal practice, you'll do more focused on sheep, horses, cattle, goats, and pigs. I could not tell you what you do with those animals. It's a little over my head. I think it's looking at it from a vet practice and seeing how the people of Belize culture care for their animals while utilizing them for agriculture. This program has full-time on-site staff that will be with you for the entire length of the program. They also pick you up from the airport, drop you off at the airport, and then there's breakfast included every day in addition to your housing. Katie, I'll let you take this one.
I believe we have 2 slides on this program, and I'm going to ask, I think, that you go ahead and flip to the second one.
Okay.
So the internships that we have in Belize are in Brazil are specific to College of Engineering students, and these are going to be very immersive experiences. You're going to stay with a host family that's going to provide 2 meals a day. They're going to, you're going to live as a part of that family. So I want to stress that they are high immersion. I do recommend that students be willing to look into language. You can do them if you only speak English, but the curiosity and the willing to have conversations around the willingness to have conversations and try to understand each other is important because of that homestay aspect of this program. So we would start the application process, and there would first be one application, and then we would also connect you with the company in Brazil to get your internship there. These do tend to be lower cost internships, so the students aren't paying as much when they go on these. And again, these are limited to the College of Engineering.
And these are quite popular, if I'm correct, but we've sent quite a few students on these in the past. Next, we are going over to Chile. This is not the Texas flag. This is the Chilean flag. I've noticed a lot of people tend to, like on social media, tend to put the Chilean flag as the Texas flag. Not the same, very close, but not the same. So this is a really, really cool program that we've actually never had a student go on, but I think it's a super unique experience. So this is with a program called the School for Field Studies. And this is in Puerto Natales, Chile, which is a very, very southern part of Chile, on the base of the glaciers, of the Patagonia glaciers. So this is in the fall, spring, or summer. Really heavy on like the natural sciences. Natural resource management, ecology, geography, climate science, environmental focuses, things of that nature. So it's a dorm style, but it's at a field station. So a little bit more immersive in what you're studying. The program for the summer is pretty affordable, $10,000 to $12,000. For the semester, it can get a little expensive just because you need a student visa. But still heavily worth it. In the past, they've had excursions to Antarctica before, which makes me jealous. And you have to have a 2.8 with this program. This is a cohort program, so you will be living and studying with the students on your program. So that means you're going to get really close to these students. You'll, they might be your roommate, and then you're walking to class with them the next day. So really a kind of a unique program. You're not going to a different university to study, you're really doing some research. School for Field Studies has a focus to do research everywhere they go, and then with a goal that they give that research back to the local community so that they can use it for whatever they need to use it for. So at the end of the program, they have a presentation with the local community and basically present their findings. Different themes that they offer with this program, like I said, climate change, glacial and freshwater dynamics. So they'll look at how when a glacier melts, what type of how the water basically mixes with the fresh water that's already there, and what that can do for the downriver streams. Very interesting. Geology and volcanic activity, penguin behavior, especially down further south. There's lots of penguins. The ecology and just general conservation of the area. The inclusion is housing, so obviously that dorm style. Your courses are included. Excursions are included, so they go to a lot of places in Chile, but I think they also go to Argentina, and then they have, like I said, have gone down to Antarctica before. So really unique program. This next one is still in Chile, but we're in Santiago, which is the capital now. So this is an affiliate provided by API. This is an internship, so you're not going to take classes. You could do this for the fall, spring, or summer. A lot of options for students in terms of academic fields. Business engineering, conservation. Argentina and Chile are very big on conservation. Communications, IT, and international relations. You will live with a host family. I don't know if you're seeing a trend here, but it's pretty common to have a host family in Latin America. For the cost, so you're looking at 10 to 12 for the summer or 15 to 18 for the semester. And you do have to have a 2.8 GPA for this one. And some of the potential placements you could get, this past year, they had a business admin intern, a communication intern that was focused on creating a social media existence basically for this company, data analytics intern, electrical engineering intern, conservation intern, and international relations intern. And that is just what they had this last year. So they have more, but this is obviously just an example. Lots included. Obviously, they have guaranteed internship placement. You will need a visa, so they'll help you with that. They'll pick you up from the airport. Your homestay is included, and then 2 meals a day. And then they have lots of career and reentry materials. So basically teaching you how to talk about your experience when you're getting ready to apply for a job. So, your company might say, I see that you studied abroad or you did this internship in Chile. What do you think that's going to bring to my company? So it'll kind of give you some pointers about how to talk about that. Next is Pontificia Universidad Católica de Valparaíso. PUCV is what we call this because it's a mouthful. And this is also in Chile, but it's in Valparaíso. And it's with ISA. This is in the summer only, and it's really only for Spanish language. So that's kind of all they offer. If you are fluent in Spanish and want to go take something else there, you can. But the majority of Texas Tech students are not fluent in Spanish, so that is not relevant to them. So housing, you'll live with a host family. And then it's 8 to 16. I know that's a big jump, but you can do summer 1 or summer 2 or the full summer. So if you do the full summer, it's going to be the more expensive option, obviously. And then you need a 2.5 GPA. It is intensive Spanish, so you'll have 6 hours per term. They also have some unique Spanish options. So they have a Spanish for business class as well as a Spanish for health professionals class. So if you are pre-health and you feel like having Spanish, or maybe you need Spanish for your degree, this could be a good inclusion. They include advising, airport pickup, your housing, tuition. You have several excursions to Santiago and Playa del Norte, and general cultural activities around the city of Valparaíso. So environmental justice in Costa Rica. So this is another program with the School for Field Studies, which is the one in Chile I talked about. This is fall, spring, or summer. And again, in kind of a same vibe, natural resource management, ecology, sustainable development, a dorm at a field station in the Costa Rican rainforest. Cost estimation 8 to 11 for the summer and 25 to 28 for the semester. You do have to have a 2.5 GPA with this one, or excuse me, 2.8. Again, this is a cohort program, so you're living with the students that you're going to be taking classes with, so you get really close to them. The general academic themes are climate change, agroforestry, cacao production, and ecotourism. We had a student go here this last summer, and he got to study how they grow cacao beans, the chocolate beans, and coffee beans together, and what that does to the soil, and how it actually like plenishes the soil. I'm not going to go into it because it's way over my head, but kind of looking at a very unique type of agroforestry, which I did not know was a word before I learned about this program. Inclusion, so obviously your house is included, your courses, excursions, and then they'll pick you up from the airport. This next one is our campus. Why is it not going? There we go. Our campus in Costa Rica. So Texas Tech, if you're not familiar, has a campus in San Jose, Costa Rica. It is a full Texas Tech campus. It was opened in 2018. You can go there for the fall, spring, or summer. That's mostly Latin American students there, so you'll have that opportunity to be immersed. Right now, we've got business, engineering, core classes, some REM as well. In the future, we do hope to add more like Spanish, but for right now, that's kind of what we're looking at. So if you're earlier on in your academic degree plan and you need core classes, this is a great place to do that. It is a dorm style, so you'll live with the other students. It is going to be 8 to 10 for the summer, or 18 to 20 for the semester, and you need a 2.0 GPA. There are internships available for this program, but they are not for academic credit. So if you are needing financial aid, then the internship option for this program would not be ideal for you. Other internships that we have credit, but this specific one does not. Inclusions are your dorm, and then you get breakfast every day. They'll pick you up and drop you off at the airport. You'll have access to the full campus, and this is the actual photos of the campus I failed to mention. This is actually it. And same thing with this. This is on the inside of the campus. So lots of cultural activities and excursions. They'll take you to Guanacaste Bay, Puerto Viejo, lots of really cool things. They'll even teach you to, I think, scuba dive or snorkel or something. So this is an internship, so we're still in Costa Rica. This is an internship in Costa Rica sponsored by Global Experiences. This is for the spring or summer. Technically, I guess we could do the fall, but we don't have that listed right now. Lots of options for this one: MCOM business, different branches of engineering, resto hotel management. You will live in an apartment in San Jose with the other students that are doing internships. They might not be doing the same internship at the same company as you, but they're on like the same general program. Cost estimation is 8 to 11 for the summer, or 14 to 18 for the semester, and it is a 2.5 GPA. Some potential placements you could get. Again, these are from like the past year: environmental engineering at a hydrometeorology center. Didn't know that was a thing. Or finance at a local insurance brokerage, and then marketing at a communication agency. They have more on their website as well. They'll include internship placement and your advising. They have guaranteed internship placement, visa documentation, and all of that good stuff. Next, we're still in Costa Rica. So this is Veritas University. This is sponsored by ISA. This is only in the summer, and it's really focused on Spanish language. This is what just happened? Can you still see my screen?
No, we lost your screen.
Oh no.
Well, I guess I can see your background.
Okay, 1 second. If you can, well, hold on. My entire Microsoft Office suite just closed.
Okay.
If you can you pull up the presentation,
Yep,
please?
working on that. Okay. Give me a second.
Oh wait, I think I got it. It's pulling back up. I'll edit this part out of recording. Sorry, y'all. Thanks for sticking with us.
Okay, it did just pull up for me if I need to share it.
Hold on. It's going. It's just. It's working on it. I'm trying to like close everything else down.
Trick it into working faster.
Yeah. Okay, it's still giving me a loading wheel of death. So, um, let me stop share. I'll have you share.
Do you know which slide you were on?
I was on Veritas in Costa Rica. Yep. Oh, my fonts are gone. Okay, that's okay. So Veritas University, like I said, this is a program in the summer only for Spanish language. They do only offer a host family, and they've got two options for the summer. So summer one, or summer two, or summer one and two, and that's why there's quite a jump in the price estimation. You do have to have a 2.5 GPA. Can you go to the next slide for me? This program is a Christian-based university. That's how they actually like advertise this program. And so they have a service option available that is kind of, I wouldn't call it missionary work, but it kind of feels like that. So we've had students go on this because mission and service is really important to them, but they also want to get Spanish language inclusion. So you have a local family homestay that will provide your breakfast and dinner. They'll pick you up from the airport, drop you off from the airport. Lots of cultural activities and then excursions. I think they take you to Arenal volcano, which is, I believe, this volcano here, and different cultural activities in the city. Excuse me. Next slide. So this is another one of those shadowing programs. So going down to Ecuador now. This is only in the summer, and this is the type of program that is only for our pre-professional health students. So you are doing shadowing at a local clinic. I believe it's a local hospital, actually, and you'll live in a homestay. The cost is $7,000 to $9,000. With this program, you also do need to have at least the beginner 2 Spanish, but again, that is just up to 1502 or 1507. And then again, there's no academic credit with this program, so you can't use those special scholarships that are tied to these. Some options for shadowing, again, they rotate, but it's at a nonprofit hospital, and I believe the big majority is looking at pediatric cases, but they do have other options as well. I think if you're not looking to go into peds, they'll kind of send you more on an adult track. And then they also offer Spanish classes, but the Spanish classes are not for credit, more just kind of fun cultural classes. And then they have full on-site staff, airport pickup, and then 2 meals a day. Next, another Spanish language program. This one is in Cusco, so if you've seen Emperor's New Groove, you'll appreciate the name Cusco. This is where that movie took place. So this is obviously this was like a long time ago, but anyway, ISA, so this is fall, spring, or summer. And they mostly offer Spanish language, and you live with a host family. Cost is $8,000 to $14,000. Again, that is like for the 8 is about summer, 14 is probably closer to a semester, and you do have to have a 2.5 GPA. They do have a service option as well, so if you want to do some local service, you can. They include a homestay, your breakfast and dinner, your airport pickup, on-site staff, cultural activities, excursions, and all of that good stuff. I have heard from past students who have done this that they have gone with a group to the Galapagos, which is a part of Ecuador, which is not where we are, we're in Peru, but they've still gone to the Galapagos, and then obviously they'll take you to Machu Picchu. Next slide, thank you. And then I believe this is their last one, but this is another School for Field Studies program. This is the closest program we have to the United States physically. So this is in Turks and Caicos, which is technically a territorial country of the United Kingdom. And this is fall, spring, or summer. Tropical marine ecology is really the focus on this one. So you're going to be looking at marine conservation, marine resources, coral, health, all of that good stuff. Dorm style at a field station, except the field station's on the beach, which doesn't sound too bad. The cost is 8 to 11 for the summer or 32 to 38 for the semester. And you do have to have a 2.8 for all of the School for Field Studies programs, this one included. And again, this is a cohort program, so you're living with the students who are taking the same classes as you, really focused on sustainable tourism. So how do you get people to appreciate the tourism, but also do it in a way that's not harming the local environment? Coral health, coastal management. So if you're looking to go into fisheries or wildlife management, this is a good option for you. Inclusions, they do housing, obviously your courses, excursions. Not a whole lot of excursions with this one, simply because they don't want to take you off of the island. I think they have one that maybe goes to the Bahamas, but generally they keep you on Turks and Caicos. And then by the time you finish the program, you'll actually have a scuba certification. So that's kind of unique. Okay, so those were our programs right now. There are hundreds of scholarships available for study abroad in general, and probably even 100 more for Latin America programs. So Latin America is generally considered a non-traditional location by way of tech students. So the traditional Texas Tech student is going to Western Europe. So there's going to be less funding for those locations. Latin America is non-traditional, so there's going to be more scholarships available. These are just a few scholarships listed. We have more on our website, and there's more online. The more scholarships you find, the more funding you get. Study Abroad Competitive Scholarship, that's in our office, and pretty easy application in my opinion. Gilman, so if you're a Pell Grant recipient, you can apply for that. If you're doing one of those many Spanish language programs that we talked about, you can apply for the Boren. Diversity Abroad, so if you have a diverse background, you can apply for that. And when I say diverse background, I don't mean, it doesn't have to be your skin color, your ethnic background. It could be something about you that is unique to you. Fund for Education Abroad, Go Overseas Scholarship, Phi Kappa Phi. These are just like a small tidbit of scholarships. And keep in mind when you're looking at those costs that the cost of an on-campus summer or semester is $15,000 to $20,000, and for the summer it's 10 to 15. So I know that when we put those numbers up there, it looks kind of scary, but if you look at the cost of what you're paying at Tech already, it's really not that different. And obviously you won't have to pay for your on-campus stuff while you're studying abroad. But in general, there's more scholarships to study abroad than there are to study in Lubbock, simply because studying abroad is a high impact practice. So you're going above and beyond of what's required of you, and people want to fund students who do that. So keep that in mind when you're looking at those costs. So next steps, if you've chosen your program after this presentation, you can go through and research program options, start your application, schedule an appointment with the appropriate advisor, complete the application, make sure to apply for scholarships, and then you'll go abroad. Dates and deadlines. So Spring 25, this is open right now and it closes on October 1st. And then the deadline to commit is October 15th. For summer, those will open on October 1st and they'll close on February 20th. For fall, they'll open on October 1st as well, and then you'll have until March 12th to complete the application. And that is it. Y'all have any questions? If not, you are free to go. I'm gonna stop recording, Katie. Of course, Angelina.